Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Micaiah Wealth Building channel, where we bring you the best tips and tricks on how to grow your online presence and make a lot of money in the process. Today, we're going to talk about podcasting. If you've ever considered starting a podcast or want to know how to monetize your existing one, then you're in the right place. In this video, we'll be discussing how to start a podcast, the best platforms to use, and examples of successful podcasters who have monetized their content. How to start a podcast. Before you start your podcast, it's important to have a clear idea of what you want to talk about and who your audience is. Here are the steps to follow. Choose your niche. Choose a topic that you're passionate about and that you have expertise in. This will help you to produce quality content that will attract and retain listeners. Choose a name and format. Choose a name that is easy to remember and reflects the content of your podcast. You also need to decide on the format of your podcast, such as interviews, solo episodes, or panel discussions. Purchase equipment. You will need a microphone, headphones, and recording software to produce quality audio for your podcast. Record and edit. Record your podcast and edit it to remove any unwanted parts or mistakes. You can use software such as Audacity or GarageBand for editing, or the new Adobe Podcast. Publish. Once you've edited your podcast, publish it on podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts. What are the best platforms to use for podcasting? You may ask. Well, there are many podcast platforms to choose from, but here are some of the most popular. Anchor.fm. This is a free platform that allows you to record, edit, and distribute your podcast. Buzzsprout. This is a paid platform that offers advanced features such as analytics, transcription, and social media sharing. Podbean. This is a platform that offers a free plan with limited features, as well as paid plans with more advanced features. Examples of successful podcasters who monetize their content. Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan is a comedian, actor, and podcast host. His podcast is one of the most popular in the world, with over 11 million subscribers. He monetizes his podcast through sponsorships and merchandise. Serial. Serial is a true crime podcast that tells a story over several episodes. It has won multiple awards and has been downloaded over 420 million times. Serial monetizes its content through sponsorships and merchandise. The Gary V Audio Experience. Gary Vaynerchuk is an entrepreneur and internet personality. His podcast covers topics such as marketing, entrepreneurship, and personal development. He monetizes his podcast through sponsorships and book sales. The following are different ways that you can monetize a podcast. A. Through sponsorships. This is one of the most common ways to monetize a podcast, where you get paid to promote a product or service during your episode. The key to successful sponsorship is to find products or services that align with your podcast's niche and that your audience would be interested in. B. Affiliate marketing. Similar to sponsorships, affiliate marketing involves promoting products or services in exchange for a commission on any sales made through your unique affiliate link. Again, it's important to choose products or services that are relevant to your audience and that you genuinely believe in. C. Patreon. This is a platform that allows creators to receive recurring payments from their fans in exchange for exclusive content, merchandise, or other perks. Patreon can be a great way to monetize your podcast if you have a dedicated audience that wants to support your work. D. Merchandise. Selling branded merchandise such as t-shirts, mugs, or stickers can be a great way to monetize your podcast while also building brand awareness. Building an engaged audience. First, one of the most important factors in building an engaged audience is consistency. Make sure you're publishing new episodes on a regular schedule and try to stick to a consistent format and tone. Second, interactivity. Encourage your listeners to interact with your podcast by asking for feedback, answering questions, and featuring listener stories or comments. Third, community building. Create a community around your podcast by engaging with listeners on social media, hosting meetups or events, and creating online groups or forums. Fourth, provide value to your listeners by sharing unique insights, entertaining stories, and actionable tips that they can apply to their own lives. Hey folks, If you are enjoying this video, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell to receive a notification whenever we post a new video. The art of storytelling. A great story has a clear structure, including a beginning, middle, and end. Consider using a story arc to guide your episodes and keep your listeners engaged. Every great story needs compelling characters that listeners can relate to and care about. Whether it's a personal story or an interview with a guest, make sure your podcast features interesting and relatable characters. Emotion is a key ingredient in any great story. Try to evoke emotions such as humor, empathy, or suspense to keep your listeners engaged. While podcasts are primarily an audio medium, incorporating visuals such as photos or videos can help to enhance the storytelling experience. Dealing with challenges. One of the biggest challenges in podcasting is staying steady with your content. Try to create a production schedule that works for you and sticks to it as much as possible. Unfortunately, negative feedback is a reality for most podcasters. The key is to take constructive criticism and use it to improve your content while ignoring unhelpful or hurtful comments. It can be challenging to promote your podcast and grow your listenership, but there are many strategies you can use, such as social media promotion, guest appearances on other podcasts, and collaborations with other creators in your niche. Monetizing a podcast can be a challenge, especially if you're just starting out. The key is to be patient and persistent and to focus on building an engaged audience and creating quality content that people will want to support. And there you have it. Starting a podcast can be a great way to share your knowledge and passion with the world. By following the steps we've outlined and using the right platforms, you can start your podcast journey and monetize your content. And as we've seen from the examples we've shared, with the right content and approach, you can achieve great success with your podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.